Good morning and welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss about the history of the C programming language and what are the futures of C programming language. So the main topics what we are going to discuss in this session are the history, why this C programming has been introduced and how it became so popular because of the features that are supported by the C programming language. These are the two important things we are going to discuss. And coming to the history of the C programming language, we know that the C programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie. So the inventor of the C programming language is Dennis Ritchie, and it was done in early 1970s. It is a very old language. 1970s in the Bell Laboratories. The main reason why this programming language has been introduced is the scientists from the Bell Laboratories, they want to develop one operating system which is called as the Unix operating system. Even now also we are going to study about the Unix commands. The main intention of the scientists is to develop a new operating system, that is the Unix operating system, and for that operating system, for the development of that operating system, they have tried different programming languages, but none of it is useful. Originally it was Unix, they thought of writing the Unix operating system with the assembly language, and we know the problems that we have with the assembly languages. Assembly languages are dependent on the internal hardware. So whatever hardware is there, that programming depends on it. When you change the hardware, you have to change the program. Because of that particular problem that exists with the assembly language, the scientists, they try to move to another programming language, and that is called as the C programming language. And that was proposed by Dennis Ritchie. So this C programming language was influenced by ALGOL programming language, which is in 1960s, and then it also has some of the parts from the CPL from which is in 1963, then BCPL in 1967, and then we have the B programming language which was developed by Ken Thompson in the year 1970. So the C programming language has everything from these important programming languages. It is not developed on the fly, right? They have taken lot of features from different programming languages like ALGOL, CPL, BCPL, B, and then they have developed it. And as I told that, the C programming language has been developed with the main intention of developing a new operating system, which is the Unix operating system. So they want to develop a system programming language. But because of the rich set of features that are supported by the C programming language, it has been used in the application development also. Very important concept, this one. So the main intention is to develop the system program, which is nothing but the Unix operating system. But because of the rich feature set it is also used in development of number of applications. You use it in development of various operating system. You use the C programming language in development of database management system. You use the C programming language to develop the games also. Games in the sense, don't assume that the C programming language is used to develop the 3D games. It's not the case with the 3D games. It is used to develop small games like maze problems, like that. So that's all about the history. Once again, let us have a recap. The C programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the Bell Laboratories in the year 1970, and it was influenced by many of the programming languages like ALGOL, CPL, BCPL, and B. The main reason for development of the C programming language is to develop a system program which is nothing but the Unix operating system. At that particular time when it is developed, the assembly programming language is very familiar, and they try to develop the Unix operating system with this assembly language. But they have because of the problems that we have with the assembly language, they try to develop one more programming language, and that gave birth to the C programming language. Let us see why this C is very important. Even in any engineering subject or anywhere, whenever somebody wants to enter into the programming concepts, they try to learn the C programming language first. This is all because of, as I told that, this is all because of the rich features that are supported by the C programming language. And the main reason why this C is become so popular is because of its ease in learning. Very easiest programming language to learn. If you go for other programming languages like the C++, Java and Python, everything they depend upon number of concepts like classes, objects, hoops concepts, encapsulation. Of course they support a rich set of features, that's a different case. But as a beginner, whenever you want to start your career in the programming side, then it is the best choice. The C programming language is the best choice to select and to familiarize with all the concepts of the C programming language. Once you learn the C programming language, then you will find much easier way to learn the other programming languages like C++, Java, Python, etc. So this is the base for any programming language. That is the reason why we learn this C as the initial step. So why we teach this C, why we learn this C is one of the easiest languages to learn. I told it very well. And we know that C is developed for the development of the programming system programs like Unix operating system, but because of its features we are making use of it to develop the large application. Similarly, C is the basis for many other programming languages like C++, Java, AWK, Perl, etc. C++ is just an extension to the C programming language. You can run the C++ program with the C compiler also, or you can run the C program with the C++ compiler, but there are some interoperability issues that we should take care of it. But basically you can run everything from the C++ compiler. You can run every C program from the C++ compiler. And what C++ has done is they have added the OOPS concepts, object oriented programming concepts, to the C program language, and that they are calling it as the C++. And this C programming language is the base for many other programming languages, and this is stable in nature. C is very stable. Stable means nothing much has been developed. That means whatever they have developed in 1970s, those concepts remained as it is. Nothing much has been added. It does not change much, because the change is not that much recognizable. You can learn the C programming language without any fear. If it is continuously changing, then you may fear that the programmer, the learner, he may feel that, oh, this is going to be changed in the next month. So he may get tensed. But C programming language is very stable. Whatever concepts, the basic concepts we have in 1970s, they have been continued, and of course a few features has been added. That's a different case. So it is stable, and C is very small programming language, very small. We have only 32 keywords. We will see what these keywords are and what are these 32 keywords and why it is very small. All these things we will discuss. And as I told that, the C programming language is currently used in most commonly used language for developing the embedded systems. Embedded systems are the systems which are developed to perform a particular task. They intend for only doing some particular task only. For example, if it is intended to switch off and switch on the light in a contiguous manner or in a regular intervals, then you can develop an embedded system. For development of these embedded systems, you need a programming language where C is the most familiar language, and it is the most commonly used language for developing these embedded systems. And this is very portable. You have to remember these terms. Stable. Stable means the language does not change much. Portability. Portable means it is very simple to move from one place to another place. Previously we used to have portable TVs or portable radios. Portability means it defines that it provides an easy way to move from one place to another place. So how can you move this C code from one place to another place? Here we have a concept called as C is very portable in nature. That means C is going to, the programs of C programming language can be easily moved from one place to another place. What is this moving from one place to another place means? You have different compilers that exist for virtually every processor. Every processor you have this C compiler. So you write a program, C program, by using the compiler inside one system 1, let us say. You can run the program in the system 1 because you have the compiler that is designed for the system 1, and when you are moving from this place to another place, you take this program and you execute in system 2. It will perfectly execute. Why? Because the system 2 also consists of the compiler where it allows the C program that is written on system 1 to be executed successfully on system 2 also. So like that you can easily move the programs from one system to another system. That is, it supports the concept of portability. And it produces the efficient code, easy to learn, it is a structured language, efficient programs are generated, it can handle low level activities in the sense bit level. So we have some programs or some concepts called as bit operators or bit operations, where you can go to the bit level and you can write the programs. The bit level programming is very much useful for writing the system programs. So this can be used to develop the system programs. Of course, the main intention that was developed for that the C programming was developed is to develop the system programs only. This is all possible because of this bit level programming. And it can be compiled on a variety of computer platforms. So you take any different OS. You take Windows operating system, Windows 7, Windows 9, Windows, of course 9 is not there, Windows 7, Windows 10, now Windows 11 is there. You can run the C program successfully on any operating system. Remember the term platform. Platform represents the operating system. You can also run these C programs on the Linux operating system. You can run it on the Macintosh operating system. Anywhere you can run this C programming language. That is the reason why it is so familiar. This is another reason why it is so familiar. And as I told that, the main intention of developing the C programming language is to develop the Unix operating system, and it has successfully done its job. That means the entire Unix operating system was developed by or written by using this C programming language. And today C is the most widely used and popular system programming language. Any system program you want to develop, whether it is an operating system or whether it is a configuration file or whether it is any utility you want to develop, anything can be developed using this C. Other than developing this system programming, it is also used to develop various applications, to develop the relational database management system, to develop the games or anything you can develop using this C. And today's most popular Linux OS, RDBMS. RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System, like MySQL, has been written in C programming language only. And these are the features. Because of these rich set of features of this stability, portability, and it can be able to run on any platform or any operating system, and it is able to handle the low level activities also. It is easy to learn. Because of all these features, C programming became very familiar, and almost every programmer will start his career learning from this C only. He will have definitely one step footprint inside this C programming language. And let us see what are the various examples of or various applications where we can use this C. You can use C programming language to develop the operating systems. This is where the C has been developed. It is used to develop the compilers. I told you about these compilers. The compiler is a software which is used to translate, these are also called as translator, which is used to translate the high level languages like C, C++, Python, Java, etc. to low level language. Low level language is otherwise called as the binary language, which is nothing but the native language of the computers. Computers always understands in terms of zeros and ones only. So if you say something like hi hello computer, it won't respond. That hi hello computer has to be converted into the zeros and ones, then only it can give the response. Once you convert this into the hi hello text into zeros and ones, it is able to understand that the programmer is trying to say something, then it will respond on its own. So again it will respond with zeros and ones, and that should be converted into textual data. So the conversion of this textual data or the high level languages to zeros and ones, which is called as the low level language, is done by this compiler. It is a software, and for development of these compilers you can make use of the C also. And C programming language is used to develop the assemblers. This is also a software, and this is also a translator which is used to translate the assembly language, which is also called as numeric language, assembly language to low level language. This particular task of converting the assembly language to the low level language will be done by this assembler, and you can make use of this C programming language to develop the assembler. And next we have text editors. We have a lot of text editors like docfile, .doc, all these things, Notepad, Notepad++. Text editor, the name itself is saying that it helps the programmers to edit the textual data. And text editors can be developed using this C programming language. Similarly, print spoolers. This is a program, system program. This is also a software where the spoolers, simultaneous peripheral operation online. This is a spool, is a term which is called as simultaneous peripheral operation online. This is used especially in case of printers. So if you have multiple documents to be printed to the printer, you just give the documents, Control P, first document, it will be loaded into the printer. Control P, second document, it will be loaded into the printer. So all these jobs of printing different documents, document 1, document 2, will be stored inside the memory that is present inside the printer. And that is called, everything will be done in the simultaneously. That is called as the print spooler. This is out of our discussion. This spooler will come across the in the concept of operating systems. So this particular software is also developed by C programming language. Similarly, network drivers. Driver means it is also a software which drives the hardware devices. I told you earlier, drivers are nothing but the softwares that are used to run particular hardware devices. The hardware devices cannot work on their own. They require some software to be to get interacted with the computer or the programmer. That interaction or the connection between the hardware and the system will be done by the drivers. And C programming can be used to develop these network drivers. Modern programs, databases, language interpreters, compilers and interpreters are almost same. These are also the software which converts the high level language to the low level languages. But the difference between the compiler and interpreter is very much important. The compiler compiles the entire program and it gives the list of errors at a time. For example, let us take a program consisting of 100 lines. 100 lines of code is there. Assume that this program is given to a compiler. The compiler, what it will do is, it will entirely check these 100 lines of code and it will give a list of errors. Line 21, there is some error. line 45 there is some error, line 67 there is some error. Like this, the list of errors will be displayed at one time. So the entire program will be compiled and the list of errors will be given at a shot. But coming to the interpreter, let us say that this particular program is given to input as to the interpreter. The interpreter does not take the entire program. It will go and check line by line. First line, okay, it is good. Second line, good. Third line, everything is good. And whenever an error occurs, for example, at line 21. So at line 21, there is some error. This error will be displayed. The programmer has to go inside the program, correct the error at line 21, and then it will start its execution again. 22, the line is okay. 23, line is okay. 24, like that. Again at line 45, it will stop its execution by just displaying the error. Again the programmer has to go to the program, go to the line 45, change it, make the necessary modifications to correct the error, and once it is corrected, again it starts its execution from the 46th line. Interpretation. Again 47 okay, 48 okay, again at line 67 it will raise an error. So like that, the interpreter is going to check the program for errors line by line. But the compiler takes the entire program and it gives the list of errors at one shot. That is the difference between the compiler and the interpreter. The purpose of the compiler and interpreter is same. That means they are used to convert the high level language into low level language, but the method of converting the high level language to the low level language differs from the compiler to the interpreter. The thing is, the compiler takes the entire program, checks it for errors and gives the list of errors at single shot. Whereas the interpreter takes the program, interprets it line by line. Wherever there is an error, that has to be corrected, and then it will go and check for the next line. This is the process. The process of converting the high level language to low level language is different. That's it. And the last application of the C programming language is it is used to develop the utilities. This is a system program. Right. You can also add, it is used to develop a simple games also. Not 3D games or 4D games like that. It is used to develop some 2D games such as the maze, something like that. These are the applications where we can use this C programming language. So that's all for today's session. Let us have a quick recap of what we have studied in this session. We have started our discussion with the history. We said that Dennis Ritchie is the inventor or the man behind this development of C programming language, and it was developed at Bell Laboratories in the year 1970s. And the main intention is to develop the Unix operating system, that is the system program, but it is also used to develop a lot of applications also. And these are the various features that are supported by C programming language. Very simple, stable, easy to learn, portable. System programs can be developed, easy to handle the low level activities, and it is used to develop the software such as RDBMS, MySQL, everything can be used. And these are the various applications. You can develop OS, you can develop compilers, assemblers, interpreters, text editors, poolers, drivers, databases, utilities, anything can be developed by using the C programming language. Because of this rich set of features, it is the most familiar programming language in the programming language world. So that's all for today's session. Thank you one and all.